What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are going to be discussing about Zimbabwe church that was banned in South Africa. So first and foremost, let's discuss about the church, who owns the church, who built the church, who are the owner of this church. Is it documented Zimbabwe citizen in documented Zimbabweans in South Africa or illegal Zimbabweans? So now we can see clearly that in this video you can see where this church were built. You can't even imagine that this is church. You can't even imagine the environment. So we learned that this church was built by illegal immigration. Can you see coming to South Africa, somebody's country, and building this kind of church in somebody's country? You can see there's a lot of Zimbabwe that are going to this church. There's a lot. So
they're doing offerings in our own country.
South Africa are now
you can't do an offering for your own ancestors there in Zimbabwe.
These people, so people are condemning.
Who said these people must come and do this thing here?
Yes, arresting
look,
South African, arresting Zimbabwe. How is South African arresting?
We will never allow this. This is our country.
We joined Councillor Ragabe. We are at the Favors Cathedral Church, which is corner of WF Ngomo and Beitekant. As Councillor has said, we've uncovered things that should never be uncovered in the church. We have disconnected their water because they've breached their water. They have, we have disconnected electricity because they've breached. These people have been taken to court, and their matter is with the High Court. But while we are busy, with the High Court process, they have extended here. If you see the structures at the back and the structure behind us, these are not approved by the city of Tshwane. And there was a complication because the person who's been running this church has been running this church for a number of years, but it's not the owner. So we're busy now locating the owner while we're dealing with the bishop who's been occupying, but not only occupying, busy with illegal activities in the church. I don't know, residents of Tshwane, if the bishops of churches can stoop so low to criminality, how much more about the criminals that we deal with in the streets. So this church now, the colleagues are busy finalizing the paperwork. We are closing down this church. If you look at the capacity of the church, you will see that they're supposed to apply for job services every time there's church here, so that there's no accidents that cannot be prevented. They must actually, in terms of the capacity, they must have ambulances on site every time they hold the church because of the size of the capacity. But they've not been doing that. I don't know the arrogance of church leaders thinking they can get away with lawlessness as well. So we're appealing not only to business, not only to residents, but these are leaders of society. Faith-based organization leaders are leaders of society. They must do the right thing as well. So we are closing this down. So the people who are members of this church, they must understand that they are not allowed to congregate here until the city opens up. But I think, Councillor Ragabe, this is one of the cases that you have identified to say the city has been turning a blind eye. Can we finally do something? And I think the work must continue, and will continue to monitor, especially in
this country. We're in Pretoria West. This is really upset. They fail to do these things in their own countries. Why can't they open their churches in Zimbabwe? Why can't they do this? Why can't they do this in Zimbabwe? So these are things that we don't understand in our country. We will never allow this. Never. We will never allow this. We will never allow this. These makeshift structures, we will never allow this nonsense. So we are taking down this church. There it is. You come and do shrines here. You are doing offerings here. Look at what these people are doing here in this country. Look at what these people are doing in this country. These are shrines. We are offering in our own country. They are doing offerings in our own country. You can't do an offering for your own ancestors there in Zimbabwe. Who said these people must come and do this thing here?
So as you can see so far in the video, these are these people worshiping I can see there's a lot of different type of church in African. There's a lot. This Zimbabwe type of worshiping church method is quite different. So as so this is different than what I've been seeing. So but they said this is their means of worshiping, so let's leave them like that. Everybody is doing his own on that.